Hey guys, how are you doing? I hope all doing great. So it depends on where you live. You probably have some day, and some people have night, and some people just wake up from sleep like me. Some people just about to go to sleep. Just when you're in this business, sometimes it's good morning, good evening, good afternoon. Usually works. Also have a good night that works at the same time as good morning for some people. You can say all together. It's gonna probably work for some people. So guys, let's look at the SPX. I hope you guys all doing great first. So sound is good. Hi, Mr. Abbas. Hi, Forex Insight Strategy. How are you doing, man? I'm doing good, thank you. Hi, Riyadh. So we have Abbas here asking about New Zealand. First, let's look at this. See, guys, at this momentum, it can have one more down. So for the SPX later, previously we have determined these waves can have one wave down. It did come down almost pretty much the same exact level we determined right here, then it pulled back. There is two options now. Either it's gonna continue up and break this one, or it's gonna have two options are available. We're gonna have one more range in wave. Okay, both options are possible. Because these guys, don't forget to hit the like button. So the second option, we can have one more like this. It does break to the upside. So I don't think it's gonna go below here. So I would buy this one. Yeah, take a small buy like this, guys. So you can buy that one. You probably want to put your target here. We have seen Mr. Powell. I didn't watch his speech, I just watched some of the conclusions. So right here, so let's watch those together. Sorry, here. So it says here, Powell, fiscal support is now having positive economic impact. Means don't stop printing money, print more money and give us, so we can buy more bonds, we can buy assets, we can buy whatever we want. And that guy we sent 10 o'clock in the morning to push the button to buy more stuff, non-stop, like pushing button, buy more like that, in that kind of mode. Should I stop? No, buy more like that. So fiscal support is now having positive economic impact. It just means they're buying more. Unwise for Congress to pull back too quickly. So the Congress are actually allowing him to print more money and this is going to the debt, right? This is going to the US debt. So instead of having 23 trillion that we talked about this last week, they're gonna probably end up with 26. So they're gonna get 3 trillion debt in no time, within 6 months or so. Because they want to make sure that economic doesn't crash, they don't go to recession. Okay, guys, you can read the comments here. They're encouraging the banks to lend more money to the people and the factories and businessmen so they can make it easy to access money and cheap to pay back. So the Fed is learning. Guess what we are doing if the Fed is learning? Negative rate can provide stimulate. Let's see what happens with the dollar when we said that. See guys, this is going up, so I would expect all of this to go up. So before I forget, sorry, I was asking me about bond New Zealand. If we look at the bond index, it's correcting up right now. So it should go a little bit, tiny bit, then come back. So if you look at the New Zealand index, it's probably going up a little bit. So it's not really sell yet, or even buy. Don't buy it now. Right here. Yeah, don't trade this one right now. See right here. Let's replace it. This probably you don't want to trade now. Avoid this one. This is in the range. This is not good to trade. Probably what could happen is one push up here, then it may break down a little bit, one wave down. Then later on, if they have some good news from this Brexit negotiation, we can get a very strong up wave. Okay, this could happen if only if they get some good news about the Brexit negotiation. You guys have to expect this. So Mr. Johnson is not gonna be, careless to strike a deal. He just wants to get the best out of it. So at some time, wasn't at the end of this month or the beginning of that next month, we have to hear some good news about striking a deal. But just they have to do it both together as leaders to help the economy and, give less fear. At that time, watch out, the gold may be coming down when they announce striking a deal for them. And also euro and pound, both of them are going to be strong. Dollar is going to come down. Okay guys, stock market is going to go up. So that's some stuff to be watching for when you're expecting certain news, how it's going to affect the market ahead of time. So you'll be ready. If the technical analysis gives you a really good setup, then you can actually go for it. This is still in the range. Oh wow, euro dollar did come nice. Nice, beautiful guys, see that? This is our previous forecast. It's going amazing. That's pretty cool shape, right? It's nice. Look at this. Okay, so the dollar is reversing up a little bit. I mean down, the euro dollar is going up. But that was a nice fall. Looks like this is going to be a channel like this so far. If you guys can get the channel, then you have a big probability of success. Okay. Pound yen. Okay, that was really nice. We gave this yesterday. The analysis when we expected the pound to come down. So guys, it did come to the same exact level. See this one we draw together? Right here. Look at this. And it did bounce a little bit. Okay, let's go back to the EuroCAD. See, things are slowing down a little bit. So you can see the market is slow now. Hi Yolo, how are you, man? Alaikum salam, Hanif. Riyadh. Really? Sorry man, sorry. Apologize about this. No, it's good. Sorry, I fixed it. Okay, I didn't switch the screen. Okay, that was good. So let's talk about pound New Zealand quickly. So the pound New Zealand is just in a range, okay guys, and this is not very good to trade right now. What I expect could happen is we can get one push up, then one wave down. Then if we do get some good news from the Brexit, which I expect at the end of this month or beginning of the first week or second week of next month, but Mr. Johnson have to come to be a little bit, less strict. Just trying to bargain to get the best deal for his people, that's all. But he wants to get a deal, and the leaders of the US also must get a deal. They don't want to, corrupt the relationship with the UK. So with this good deal, you're gonna have some push up to the pound. But pound, you must use technical analysis now. Watching the news, and must use a stop loss, because at any time it can move like 1,000 pips up or down. It depends on the kind of the news. So it will be extremely volatile and sensitive to the Brexit news right now. So you guys make sure if you trade any pound, you must use a stop loss. It would be better to trade outside of the UK times, where hopefully there will be no UK news at that time, unless those guys start making meetings at the night and then early morning before the UK time or European time. So hopefully they will work in the working hours, and they give announcement in the working hours with let's say in London, in New York session or something. So that's something to watch out. And also you can avoid trading the pound now unless something is very clear. You can jump in. That's also another scenario. So I hope this helps. So guys, the system, the chart is showing now, no problem. Good. So the chart is good now. Okay guys, now switching to trading view. Just looking at some of the charts right here. That's some Dow Jones right here. From long time, okay? That's long time ago. That's from June 29th. Look guys, this one. So this one did go to the trend line. So this trend line was drawn before, right? This trend line, the blue one now, right? So the price did go. It says take profit at 29,000 to 6,500, which actually did crash from 29,500, which is right in the middle right here. Okay, it did crash from the top. That was June last year, before Corona, before anything. That was just technical analysis, right? So it did touch the trend line right here, and it's like bang all the way down here. Okay. So this from the higher to the lower was actually 10,000 points. It did crash the 10,000 points and 2,000 extra. Then it's coming back. You can say it did come back to this trend line. It did make correction to the other one. Now this one. So expect to continue going up. Okay. That's pretty cool one. It's bank. It's bank because I was banned from TradingView, because in the comment here I put my YouTube channel, and YouTube channel is not allowed to put it. So you made advertisement and you didn't buy the plan for advertisement, so they ban you. They ban you for 3 days. So for 3 days you cannot post anything, or you cannot put any comment or anything. But that was one of the charts. It looks pretty cool. Maybe that's why they were jealous. They had to remove it. So you can see I'm using this channel, which this red and blue, which this one I make this one. That's not an indicator. I manually make it. Okay, determine the price or forecasting the price in the future. So let's see what happened here. Okay. Did go lose this one. That's long time ago. That's still in May. Okay. Anyway, you guys know what happened. So that was the kind of cool stuff. From January, we call this sell to be the best sell in 2020. That was from January 27, before even any news about the coronavirus, guys. Okay, so this scenario, look at this one. It was spotted right here. And it was determined to be touching the top of the channel, making the same structure. If you guys look at that structure, it looks very close to this one. I'll zoom it out here. See guys, this structure right here. Can't change it right now. See this structure right here? It looks very close to the other one. And they did just scroll to it, start making, like a triangle right here. Right? Then it did crash from last year, from 20,000 to 25. So huge amount, right? So seeing this at that time in January was enough to push me to put the analysis in technical. There was no Corona at that time. That's January 27, right? It says sell heavy. It says we call this sell to be the best in 2020, and it just happened to be right because of coronavirus, right? But at that time, didn't know about the corona. Okay guys, you can see it did come one more time to make a double top, and that was the corona time, and that's like I was given a signal for only 3,000 points, which at that time people will see it as crazy. Imagine in January 27th, you're saying that now January 27th, the corona started at the end of February, or at least the news. Yeah, maybe started in China. Some news saying it's in August in China because the parking lot of the hospitals was getting really, really busy in Wuhan in China. So that's why they're saying they spotted by the GPS that China didn't know about the coronavirus in August, but didn't take action till February, or at least we didn't know about it in February. Anyway, so imagine you're saying that's gonna go from 29 to 27, or from 30,000 almost to 27. So you're expecting a 3,000 points crash in the Dow. That's huge. That's huge. So imagine this is in January. That was pretty cool. And they put this one. We call this sell to be the best in 2020, and it ended up to be because of coronavirus. But technically, it needed a big correction, guys. Okay. So that's pretty cool. Yes, market need to unfold after a good rally. Okay, guys. So later on, we started saying this one right here. That was this big break, the upside, free money. Look at this one. You guys can see this, right? Free money. This free money from here, right? From the same level, it did go up, did come down, and it's like bang. You know how many pips at this one? This price was called at right here at 21. Same scenario right here. This one is even from a lower price, from 20,000. You know, you have to have big guts to call for this buy in a huge downtrend. Look at this, guys. It did come one more wave down, to be honest. So if someone put a stop loss, he will hit a stop loss on this one because it did go about 2,000 points down, which is a huge amount. But when it did go back, then he would have made up tons of money, and he would make up for what he lost. But the overall idea of reversing from this area, the difference was only, guys, 3 candles of 4 hour, and that gap. So 1 day only difference between here and there, okay? And it was shown, potential for rising. It did do the same thing. It did go up, then it did gap down. It did go up, then it did gap down. So this signal was 1 day early. Imagine 1 day is 2,000 points down difference. Huge difference. Okay, this all the stuff, the same scenario right here. You can see this channel 1,000 for 5 points. You should target 1,002 points and get out. So you guys, you can see this channel going like that. If you hit this, you're gonna respect the channel. See here, guys, twice. It did come here, right? Headed, you get out. It did make a, but this one it did even break the lower side of the channel. Okay, but see how it did respect it twice exactly, almost prepared. That's really good. It's nice. So those channels do work. Okay. That was just for the Dow, if you want.